so I'm on it all the time. And we are going to, as you heard that, going to go ahead and record this session. So that way we can share all this information with everybody as well later on. Without further ado, though, I'm going to turn it over to Mario. He's going to go over a lot of the fun and exciting information we're going to share in the beginning. And then I'll talk a little bit about the ship a little later. And then we have a fun Q&A section where you guys can ask any questions you have. I know my ship, so I should be able to answer all your questions ship-wise. And then Mario will take any questions in reference to the event. Without further ado, Mr. Mario Lamar, it's all yours, my friend.
All right. How's everybody doing today? It's great to see everyone. We're going to share a lot of information today and are really, really excited about this information. Let me just pull up the slide here. All right. So can you guys see the presentation? All right. So first off, I'd like to start by obviously, releasing the dates. Everybody knows February 14th to 22nd. But before we go into the details, I want to share with you some past pictures. So you can put, an image in your head of what you will be experiencing. Amazing conference. Guys, this is not your typical LAN conference. This is where you're going to build relationships. You're going to make friends. This obviously was just a small part of our group last year on our stage where we did our conference. But people have fun at the Summit at Sea. There is the learning portion of it, but throughout the ships, there's so many activities where people, they have fun and they get together, and it's just a great time. There's activities on board the ship. This was the white party where if you want to, you can bring all white clothes, and everybody that participates gets dressed in white and they dance together, and it's just a great time. I think some of you, I see you laughing because you probably were there. You probably were there and you have some good memories, right? Our great lineup of speakers that was from the last event. And this year, we're bringing you brand new speakers. Some of them are coming back, but we have a lot of new speakers, which we can't wait to share with you. What ends up happening on the Summit at Sea is on the days at ports, people end up breaking up into small groups, whether it's to go visit the islands or go to the beach together, but it's always continuously building those relationships that you're not going to get on the land event. Our team building activities, our networking events, we have games, we have discussions where, we really, really learn through games and through different, our partners, our sponsors usually organize these events that we get to know and learn about each other. Obviously, the food. Be ready. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna gain weight. So I don't care what you say. You're gonna gain weight because you can eat so much on the cruise, and it's very
Mario, cruise calories don't count. They don't count, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay,
It's just the golden rule. Yeah.
But there's some nights, guys, that the menu elevates. We got lobster, we got filet mignon. So it's very diverse menu, and something happened here. Okay, and obviously throughout the meals and throughout the different events, people still continue to build these relationships. And get together. And this is our formal picture that every attendees gets, that REI Summit at Sea pays for and delivers a nice 8.5 by 11 size picture for your souvenir.
That was a great photo this year. I loved it.
Yeah. And you can see that everybody has the same nice polo shirt that me and Alex is wearing. Well, you will get another shirt this year because that's one thing that we give to our attendees. So before we continue, I think I forgot to share the sound, but hopefully you guys can hear the video. This is to let you know where we're going next. Can you guys hear?
No, turn up your volume, Mario.
Mix of business and paradise. Explore Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. Your perfect back.
Oh,
This time, bringing you 4 full conference days at sea, packed with powerful insights, top-tier speakers, and unmatched networking opportunities. Learn, grow, and build relationships that will transform your real estate game forever. Don't miss your chance. Reserve your spot now. Real Estate Investors Summit at Sea. Learn, explore, succeed. Does that sound exciting to you guys?
sorry about that. Hopefully you guys were able to hear that okay. It was a little low, but it gets the gist of it. We're going to Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao.
Yeah. We're actually going to great locations. I would call it paradise. So let's continue. We want to go with the dates. Obviously, February 14 to 22nd. We're leaving on Valentine's. So no need to bring flowers. Just buy the cruise, right? Just bring them on the cruise. And we are on board the Carnival Horizon, departing out of Miami, Florida. So before we go any further, what can you expect on this 8-day Real Estate Investor Summit conference that is taking place on a cruise ship? We have strategy-specific experts, which you're going to meet some of them real soon on this very own Zoom, but strategy-specific experts that will teach you strategies that might actually change your life. Networking, 8 days of networking where you get to build relationship and make friends with your possible next partner. Amazing locations. Like we said, we're going to Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao. As I called it, we're going to paradise. This year, we added team building activities. We're going to spend more time around the ship together. That was a lot of comments, and we listened to those comments, and those activities will have purpose. We want to build trust with each other and learn how to utilize communication, good communication, to these activities, and that we can actually take that into real estate afterwards. Our package options, 3 different types of package, which are basically all the same content, but what will differ is the type of cabins. So for example, silver is an interior cabin, gold is a ocean view cabin, and platinum is our balcony cabins, which Alex will touch a little bit later. If you're not sure where to decide what cabin should you take, he's going to touch on that a little bit later. The prices you see on our website are Canadian dollars, prices based on double occupancy. It is per person, and it is tax included. And as well, our deposit option is still available. Our deposit is $495 per person, and you have until September 15 to pay your balance. So this is something that we wanted people to make sure they knew, because it's something that can help you pay for, spread out the payments. All right, I want to take a special some time to thank our sponsors, because without these sponsors, there's a lot of things that we would not be able to do. So our platinum sponsor this year is Amplify Impact Academy, and we have our gold partners or sponsors, Wealth Genius, Magnify Wealth, and Affordable Apartments. I really, really want to stress and I want to thank their support, because there's a lot of things that you will see we will be giving to you guys on the cruise, but it is
Prizes were a hit. Let me tell you, last year, if you were there, we gave away some pretty cool prizes. We had some battles over the gifts that we were giving away, and
Yeah,
those are all possible because of these amazing sponsors.
yeah.
So on behalf of myself as well, I just want to jump in and say thanks to our amazing partners and all of our sponsors as well.
And they're also gonna. Some of them are have the will be in charge of the some of activities that we have on board the ship. All right, who's ready to meet our expert speakers? Uh, we have a lot of them with on the call with us today, and I have a list here in no particular order. But if I call your name, maybe you can unmute yourself, and I'm gonna just ask you in a couple of minutes to let our people know what people can expect from your time on stage. We're gonna start things off with Billy. Billy, add me. Let me take off the presentation here so people can see. And Billy, let's.
As we
Hi,
There you go.
she is. Hi, Billy.
there's Billy on the screen. Hello.
Billy is our mindset coach. Be ready to be transformed, but I don't want it to come out of my mouth. Can you tell our people what they can expect from your speech?
Well, first of all, thank you, Mario. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for the opportunity. I am so honored and grateful that we have the privilege to be one of the platinum sponsors on this cruise. So I am the co-founder of Amplify Impact Academy together with my training partner Melissa, who will actually also be on the cruise this year with us. So you'll get the 2-for-1 package. We're really excited. And you know what Mario said, that you may change your life? I'm going to up it, and this will change your life. In some capacity, it will change your life. Whether it's something that I teach you on mindset and about state management, about how to rewire your brain, how to get unstuck, how to take action, how to learn and connect with people at an unconscious level and really build that rapport, it will change your life. And you know, we're all real estate investors here. We know this is a relationship business. This is not transactional. And out there, life is transactional. And this whole week, you are going to have the opportunity to build those relationships that will take you to your next level. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And we're going to teach you. Melissa and I are going to, we taught some fun stuff last year, and we're going to up the ante this year. And we're going to give you hands-on tools and techniques that you can implement literally at the moment, including we just did this morning at one of our webinars, anxiety clearing exercise. Who here ever gets stuck from anxiety? The what if this doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? What if this goes wrong? What, you know, in real estate, how many things can go wrong? Would anybody here be interested in learning a technique that you can remove clear anxiety within seconds? Good, because that's going to be one of them. I'm going to bring the house down with the type of powerful and fast and effective techniques that you can use to rewire your brain instantly. And then not to mention, you know, it was a hit last year. I'm bringing it again this year, is our networking event. We have a game called Purpose, which is all about going deeper, which again will allow you to connect with people on a level that normally most people can't take 10 years to get to know people with this one little game. If you show up, that's the big thing. Show up, play full out, and I promise you your life will be, it won't be the same after this trip.
Billy, thank you so much. Billy is, with her partner Melissa, our platinum sponsor for this year, and we can't thank you enough to believing in our project. We're going to continue with another gold sponsor.
Thank you, Billy. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I just have to find
Billy,
Scott.
before you go, I want a copy of that game, by the way. That game was so awesome. I want it.
You know what? I'm going to get a bunch and I'll bring them with me. If people want them, I'll get them because I know the guy who owns it. So I'll just bring it to Dex.
That was so much fun. I want that game.
I'll bring it. I got it.
So
you know what? It's going to be a giveaway too. I'm going to give you a couple to give away as a gift. How about that?
Guys, if you're on board, you'll see what I mean. If you're not, you need to get on board. Like, seriously, almost just for this game. It's cool.
It's really fun.
Really cool.
We had people laughing. We had people crying. There was
people in tears. Yeah. And for good reasons, right?
We're going to continue with our gold sponsor. And this person will teach you the secrets of infinite banking And I'd like to introduce Scott Gannon. Scott, let me spotlight you for everybody. There you go. What can people expect from your time on stage?
So, Billy is a little much to follow. Thanks for that. So, yeah, I found out about this, of course, like a couple of days ago, and a little crazy. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to present this, but because I kind of wrote something up. And I kind of read.
But like
If you
putting a
could
task on my phone,
mute
I can
your
download it,
mics,
and it's
please. There you
I'm
go.
not saying where that is. Perfect.
Okay, go ahead, Scott.
So, yeah, I wrote something up here, and as I read through it, it's a little bit of I guess, a shortened version of kind of what I do, but what you can expect. So I guess it kind of is. So I'll go into it. Most real estate investors are doing a lot: building assets, taking action, building cash flow, creating cash flow. A lot of people I meet are still leaking money in ways they don't even see. I help real estate investors plug those leaks using a strategy called infinite banking, as you mentioned. But before you roll your eyes at that, it's not your grandma's life insurance policy that was handed to you when you turned 18 or 21. It's much more sophisticated than that, because it's focused on cash, and it's focused on cash flow and knowing that you have reserves. For those who were at Expand and heard my speech there, you'll know that it goes a little bit beyond opportunities as well. As I had to use it as an emergency fund, and it was a godsend at the time. This builds a foundation that is tax advantage, guaranteed, and liquid. Period. Instead of letting your money sit idle between deals or handing it over in big chunks to CRA, I can show you how to multiply it. Your money's in a properly designed structure allows you to create that business of banking. I've harped on this a lot at Expand. We're creating a separate business here. When you get that kind of clarity, you start to understand that it doesn't matter how many businesses you're in, how many pieces of property you have, whatever you do. If you're not in banking, you're missing something. You're missing a part, for sure.
Well,
you can. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, this can grow your money, and you can use it for whatever, your burrs, your flips, your refis, whatever. We call it the asset multiplier method because it's giving you multiple uses for your money at the same time. It's liquidity. Yes, I'm gold sponsor of the cruise. And anybody in here, obviously no pressure on this, but if you want to learn about it, and again, you don't have to wait till February. I'm happy to speak to anybody about this whenever. So just look me up. I can help you control your capital. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do on the cruise. Now, as for this game, I don't know. I've got some work to do because that's not that. At least I got about, I don't know, what is it, 9 months or 8 months, whatever, figure out what to do there.
Yeah, but time goes by fast, so you got to start thinking about it. But Scott,
we got a little bit of time, and you'll see we have some great ideas of what our other sponsors have done too. They're not all games. You'll see.
Sure
Scott,
thing.
thank you so much for showing your support, being a gold sponsor. People need to really understand, and with your presentation, I saw your presentation at Expand, and once you really get the concept of infinite banking, it blows your mind. So I'm really excited for bringing you on this cruise because a lot of investors need to see and understand that concept. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you very much.
All right. I add Alfonso, but Alfonso, I don't think is with us today. He had another event at the same time. So I will continue with our very own Michael Ponte. Let me spotlight. There you go. Michael, are you unmuted?
I think so. I'm not
Okay.
sure. Here you go.
Michael is a professional. He's been raising capital for about 3 weeks. And he's going to.
3 weeks.
That's all.
Oh, sorry. About 20.
It's going to be a
25
very
years.
short presentation, guys. I'll tell you that.
He's been raising capital for many, many, many years. And he's going to teach us, again, some new tricks on how to raise. But really, maybe you can tell us what people can expect from your time.
Sure, sounds good. First and foremost, I just realized it's actually February the 14th. So I'm going to ask you guys all a small little favor. Make sure you join me so you can help me with my wife just to take the pressure off of me. I just realized that now, Mario. I'm like, I don't know what I just signed up for. So, Billy, I'm probably going to be needing your services as well, just so you know. Okay, so heads up. Anyway, guys.
Isn't she coming?
What's that? She's coming. She's coming.
Yay.
Anyways. Yeah, she's coming. So, guys, I just want to, first of all, Mario and Alex did an amazing job. For those of you that were part of this last year, big round of applause for both of these amazing people. I'm going to tell you something really, really simple. I'm sure you guys have all been to conferences before, like live events that are costing you thousands of dollars. For the price point of this and what you get, the experience is like second to nothing, to be honest with you. And what Mario and Alex really have put together in the form of connections. I can't enforce this one enough. I see Goldana right now. I just see you. And it was funny because I got a chance to meet you guys. I spent a little bit of time with them on the cruise. My real connection was outside of it, which was really fun. So anyway, guys, it's really these connections that you don't really understand until you're part of something like this. So I encourage you guys to participate, be part of this. The stuff is excellent. Kim, I just love you, Kim. And my wife absolutely loved you. We're so looking forward to having you back again. So again, to go back to my presentation, I'm losing track of everything. Did everybody enjoy the raising capital part of the presentation that attended? I hope you guys did. Okay, now just quickly show of hands and stick it up in the emoji hands. Throw it all out there. Who needs money? Anybody need money here? I want to see it. Okay, I see a couple people that don't need money, so maybe you shouldn't come to this. I'm just joking. Everybody needs money, right? That's the whole thing. It's everybody needs money. And so what I kind of touched on last year, or should I say last year, this year, is how to properly raise money. Would you guys agree the last 18 months to 24 months when it comes to private lending has been a disaster of epic proportions? Okay, for those that don't know, lots of fraud, lots of Ponzi schemes. We need to do things differently. Okay, I want to be really clear. The way we approach our sessions is it's not just me speaking, it's really engaging. I want to teach, okay? Learn. I want you guys to learn how to properly raise money. So I am going to broad brush stroke some of the stuff that I talked about last year, but I'm going to go much, much deeper. I saw a comment, Billy, about going deep with your games. We're going to go deeper, okay? And it's really about the business of real estate investing. A lot of us know how we'll be able to raise money, but they don't necessarily know what the heck to do with these partners after the fact, okay? This is a real live business. We all have responsibilities. And I'm going to teach you that when it comes to raising capital, that it's its own separate business. Who's interested in that, okay? What I'm going to be sharing with you guys is the real secrets of how people, when they raise money, can turn this into a full-time career, okay? That's what it is. So that's my dangling of the carrot. We're going to have a lot of fun. I promise you're going to learn a ton. And just for the activities and everything that's involved with this, very, very memorable. I highly, highly encourage you guys all to participate and join. And it's just one of those things that bring in memories. And I see these smiley faces like Billy and Kim, and I see some other people, Amber, and a few people that I know here in our community space. Big smiles because we had great memories. And I think that's the one thing I want to instill with you guys. So if you guys have the means to do it, I encourage you to do it. It's a better experience than what you would see in any type of weekend conference that you would normally have. So guys, look forward to having you guys. Mario, Alex, congratulations again to your success. And looking forward to another amazing year with you guys. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for believing in our project. This is starting to become more than a project. It's starting to become a movement. So thank you for believing from the start and coming back again.
And talking about memories, right? I remember the event you created, right, with your questions, and we really got to know each other all, as a group. So thanks for doing that at that event too, just to show the different variety of activities that we had. That was a great touch, and we want to thank you for that. It was a lot of fun. That right there is a memory that I know I'll never forget. We went from one bar to the other, and we all moved as a group playing that game, and it was a great time. So thanks for doing that, and we look forward to seeing you on board again. Don't forget it's Valentine's Day, so chocolate, strawberries, you can order them in the app in advance. Let me tell you, they'll be on the counter. It helps. Let's do it.
All right, let's move on to our next speaker. And this guy, we've been having a lot of conversations lately, and I can't wait for you to hear what he has to say because we have something in common, and that's being on podcast. This next speaker is a professional on podcast guesting. I have the pleasure to introduce Nikki Ballou. Nikki, let me spotlight you, and there you go. How is it going?
Mario, it's an honor to be here, man. Thanks so much for having me here today. Thanks for having me as a featured speaker at the Real Estate Summit at Sea. I'm pumped, I'm juiced, I'm jazzed, I'm excited. Let's roll.
So, Nikki, what can people, because you're going to talk about something that is not specific to real estate, but is useful as a tool to grow in real estate. So what can people expect from your speech?
Look, if you're an investor in 2025, 2026, one of the key things you want to do is get your deals funded. And let's face it, right? There's a lot of other investors trying to do the same thing. You might be feeling a little bit invisible. Well, one way to start becoming visible is by focusing on your personal brand, and in particular, utilizing the power of podcast guesting to let people see you. If you get on some of the right podcasts in business, in real estate investing, you can be seen as a go-to authority in your space. It'll be easier for you to attract a flow of deals, clients, and people who want to do business with you. Imagine if you were the Elon Musk or the Steve Jobs of your space. Those folks are bigger than the companies they lead. Because of who they are, people are attracted to buy from them. People want to work for them, and people want to invest in their projects. That's what podcast guesting can do for you, because podcast guesting lets you, in 30 minutes to an hour, develop a powerful relationship with the host. It's about creating authentic connection. It's about having people see who you truly are. And who do people do business with? Who do people do deals with? People they know, people they like, and people they trust. You come, you watch what I have to say. I'm going to tell you what, you are going to learn how to take advantage of the hottest, most amazing, fastest way for you to become visible and to go in the marketplace to be seen as the go-to authority in your space and attract so many deals you can barely keep up. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, listen, and a lot of people don't realize the power of being on a podcast. It almost automatically builds authority. So I'm really excited to for people to really get the message that you have to deliver, because it's going to change their life. So really excited. I'm excited for people to spend time with you. You got a lot to teach about personal branding, and also
it's a tool that you have to have in the tool belt, is what I have to say. You got to have it. You got to be doing it.
I was going to finish off by saying I can't wait to see your new bathing suit you told me you bought. So,
all right, Mario,
Thank you, Nikki.
Thanks for having me here. God bless you. God bless you all. Thanks for the opportunity.
We'll see you on board.
We'll see you on board. Next speaker that I want to introduce to everybody, she is a professional. Professional. I don't even. She is a professional. But what I wanted to say was, she will teach us and guide us through different islands, because she has properties of her own on those islands, and will give us some really cool tours. Deanna Boyden. Deanna, so excited to have you participate in this year's summit, because you have actually properties in Curacao, and that's one of the stops. And you have also contacts in the other islands that we're going to. But what can people expect to learn from your presence and your time on stage?
Yes. Well, this is so exciting because we've done a ton of cruising in the Caribbean, but never cruised to Curacao. So that's going to be kind of fun to get to see the island that way. Of course, we spend time on boats around the island. So really looking forward to this. Some of you may know me. I'm the CEO of Real Power, where we empower women and young people to invest. So my husband and Darcy and I have been investing for many years, and I need to share Valentine's Day is our anniversary, and it's like 38 years
Oh,
since our first date. Yes. So there, I hope there's a chocolate covered strawberry in my future.
they
And
will.
we invest across Canada, the US, and the islands. So really excited about that. We'll be happy to talk US investing as well on some of the, catch us at a table for an umbrella drink conversation. But my session will really center on island investing. And I love this idea because if anyone knows me, you're going to get the real talk. So the good, the bad, the real is what we're going to talk about because there are many, many considerations anywhere that you're investing internationally. But we've been involved in the Caribbean for about 4 years. We've been down there. We do own different types of properties. So we're going to talk about the islands a little bit, about some of the service providers, about different financing options, about the process to invest, because it's very, very different, right? There are just things that you need to know about country that you're investing in, the government, the Dutch government today, as well as the Canadian government. We both sort of went through these confidence votes today. That impacts the island, right? Because that's where the financing comes from. So different things that you'll want to know about. We're going to look at all the strategies that are available. There's everything from pre-construction condo on the beach to owning a hotel, whether you just buy into a hotel operation or you buy a little boutique hotel like we have, or a larger resort like the one we'll probably be visiting for the day for people who want to come with us. I don't want to give too many of the island treats away as we set those up over the next few weeks. Right down to development. We've got some raw land there, and that's a whole different bottle of wax. So excited to dive into some of those things. We're also going to talk about property management on island because we've used different types of property management, and we've actually now set up our own property management company there. So we'll talk a little bit about some of those considerations and whether you're looking for an investment that just gives you a nice vacation for a couple weeks a year, or if you're like my husband and I who live a multinational life, we live in, Calgary and California, and then would spend, up to 3 months on the island is the plan. There are different things to consider. So I'm really, really excited to share some of that with you, along with some of the tips for living that gypsy lifestyle. We've been doing that. We've been living in two places for, oh my goodness, 15 years, I guess. So there's some interesting tips for you. So we're happy to share those, including color coordinating the suitcases for each place, so you know what goes in them without thinking too much about it. But I'll share some of those for fun as well.
We
So
we are
really looking forward to it.
we actually ended up on one of the same flights going to Palm Springs about a year and a half ago. Me and Deanna, out of the blue. So she does live a what do you call it?
Multinational life.
Multinational life. Yeah.
I
Deanna,
remember
thank you.
you picking you up and he telling me that coincidence. What a small world.
Yeah.
We're
I know
neighbors.
we're neighbors.
I'm in Temecula, so yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Deanna, looking forward to this because a lot of people want to invest in different parts of the world. And since you have the expertise and the experience, you have a real value to bring to this summit at sea. So thank you for being part of it.
yes. See you all there.
See you on board.
I'm really, really excited to present our next speaker. it is a global best-selling author. This man, this mentor, for many people, have wrote over 146 books. I have a hard time filling out my personal journal. He wrote 146 books that help people and high achievers around the world. Let me find you. I'd like to introduce Raymond Aaron, everybody.
Hey,
Hi,
first
Raymond.
of all, I want to tell everyone that Mario and Alex are cruise masters. Not only will they deliver an amazing, entertaining experience, but they'll also deliver great seminars and great wisdom inside the cruise. And the other thing I want to say is I will do a great job teaching you, but all of the other speakers that Mario and Alex have chosen will also do a great job. Attend every single presentation. But now let me tell you about mine. I have purchased over 1,100 pieces of real estate. That's over $500 million in buying and selling in today's currency in Canada, United States, and the Caribbean. And I know about real estate. And one of the things I know was when I first started, I easily bought my first property and I had enough credit worthiness to get another mortgage and get my second property. But I didn't think anybody on earth owned more than two properties because I couldn't get a third mortgage. And I decided by coincidence, I don't know why I did it, it was just by fluke, that I would write a book. And I wrote a book. And the next time I went to a banker, instead of showing him my business plan and all that boring stuff, I gave him an autographed copy of my book on real estate. And he said, man, you're in. I'm going to approve this mortgage. I'm going to send with my special note on it, approve this guy to the underwriters. I said, wow, why are you approving me so fast? He said, for God's sakes, you wrote the book on real estate. How can we turn you down? And I have been writing books since. I've written a New York Times top 10 best-selling book, Chicken Soup for the Parents' Soul, sold just under 1 million copies. And I did indeed write, actually, it's 147 books now, but I do admit I am an overachiever. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the secrets of writing a book in real estate, not just to make a lot of money in royalties from your book. That's nice, but that isn't life-changing. What's life-changing is if you're a mortgage broker, you can get way more mortgages. For example, the last book that I helped a mortgage broker write, I gave him the interesting title, The Unmortgage Broker. And then the subtitle was something like, The Only Mortgage Broker Who Helps You Get Rid of Your Mortgages. And suddenly his business skyrocketed. If you're a realtor, just show people that you've written a book. The last real estate book that I helped a realtor write was entitled, Don't Retain a Realtor Until You Read This Book. And so people just didn't bother reading the book. They just hired him. If you want money, if you want investors, if you want deals, then the best way on earth to get elevated, to get branded, to get celebrated, to have people like bow down to you. It's so startling. Once you have a book, people are amazed. They want you on their podcast. They want you on their stage. They're willing to give you big bucks to speak on their stage. They want to interview you on radio and television. You get lots of recognition. And with that recognition, you can do way better in real estate. I did. I went from having trouble getting more than two properties to buying and then reselling over 1,100. So I'm going to be talking about real estate. I'm going to be talking about writing a book. I'm going to be talking about branding you. I'm going to be talking about coaching. Man, I'm going to be there for 8 solid days. Count me in.
Raymond, first of all, my mind is blown that you accepted to be on this Real Estate Investor Summit at Sea. Thank you for believing in this project, this movement that we've created, me and Alex, and it's a true honor to have you as part of our featured speaker.
We are excited to have you and can't wait to see you on board. And as a broker in real estate myself, I'm ready to write a book. Let's go.
Okay, I will teach you. I
Okay.
promise. By the way,
I'm-
Mario, you need to thank my wife. Like when you invited me to be on your stage, I asked my wife if I could go on Valentine's Day, and she said, "Only if you take me."
Well, here's what we're gonna do. The chocolate strawberries, they'll be in your room. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of that.
Mario, what are you going to do? Send the whole cruise chocolate strawberries? This is not in the budget, my friend.
Only to Raymond.
You know what? You know what? I'll make you a deal. Anybody in the group that goes on the cruise, I'll send them strawberries. Let's go.
All right.
All right.
I
Thank
want to
you.
say one thing, guys. I wrote my first book with Raymond's help, and that book conservatively has helped me make $5 million in sales, and it's all because I took a leap of faith in believing in Raymond. And you guys, you've got the very best man in the world to teach you how to get your first book done if you've never done it. You should be not just excited, but ready to leap out of your seat with excitement because he's going to come speak to you. And I strongly recommend that you don't even have to wait for the cruise. You got to call him now and say, teach me how to write a book, because you can have your book done by the time you come on the cruise. He'll probably even give you an award if you do that. I'm speaking for him right now, and it'll help you get more deals. So please go ahead and do that.
All right,
And
thank you for
reciprocally,
sharing.
Mario and
Yes.
Alex, if you would do me the honor of allowing me to be Nikki's introducer, because I know him really well. We've been buddies and colleagues for almost 30 years. So I'd
Yeah.
be honored to do that.
Absolutely. We'll make that happen. Absolutely.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Thank you, Raymond. Our next speaker couldn't be here today, and I'm gonna go with another of our gold.
And I think we have a few more, right, Mario? And then we're going over some details, if I'm not mistaken, just to keep people in the loop on our schedule.
Yeah.
I think we have a few more speakers, and then I'm going to finish on the ship or the exciting stuff.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
have one more speaker that's here with us today, and none the least, he's one of our gold partners, and I'm really excited to introduce to you. Let me spotlight Michael Rouge, which you've been working with affordable housing for a very long time, and you've made an impact in Canada. And I'm so happy that you accepted to come and talk and teach us how we can maybe cooperate or participate in the affordable housing.
It's a popular strategy right now. So thank you once again on behalf of REI for joining us. We're excited to have you on board.
Let's. I think Michael, you're muted.
Let me see if I can.
All right.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There it is.
Okay, perfect. No, I'm happy to be there. It's great that I've been doing this 45 years, but I only got good at it the last 5 years, right? I started going to Raymond seminars 35 years ago and started learning and got better all the time, thanks to Raymond and other people like him. So our mission is to solve the housing crisis. And we can't do it ourselves. So we hope 100 developers copy some of the things that we're doing. So for the most part, we're land assemblers. We buy one house, two houses, 5 houses, put them together where the municipality wants an apartment building. And then we partner up with a big developer, with a big wallet, big staff, handle all of that stuff. And myself, all of our investors that come in, everybody puts in a loan, so they're protected on the property. The big developer comes in, pays off all loans with compounded interest, and we take a small profit and we take a small percentage of that big apartment building development, etc. So on those buildings, we have zero liability, we have zero cash in them, and we get a dividend from them. So that's what we do. And we've created the other thing that we're going to focus on telling and helping people understand is we've created, I call it a hybrid rent to own. Most rent to owns fail, unfortunately. It's less than 50% success rate because they're all too short. So we figured out a way to take the CMHC, cheap money for 10 years, and give somebody the luxury of time to get their equity in. So they don't pay an extra $500 or $1,000 a month, which over a year or two they decide they can't afford it. It's the same rent they would normally pay, but we lock in the price today, and then in 10 years they can buy it at today's price, not 10 years from now price, and they've built up a lot of equity. Everybody wins. So that's what we're going to do, and I look forward to meeting everybody and seeing you there.
That's simply amazing. I can't wait to hear about your specific projects you have that you're
Great
working on right
strategy.
now. I don't remember you told me the amount of units you're working on now, but it's just astronomical for most investors. So I can't wait for you to share these projects with everybody.
Sure. We've got 888 units under the method I just talked about, and then we've got 800 apartments and 1,200 townhouses under the same, and another 400 unit condo building. So we've got lots of big numbers that and it's still not going to solve the housing crisis here, but it's going to put a nice dent in it.
Yeah, and so lots of opportunities for people if they're interested to participate in. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for being a gold sponsor, and thank you for believing in us.
We'll see you on board.
Thank you.
All right. Teresa is not here. So having said that, we're gonna kick it back to my partner. Let me just put this together here. My partner Alex and the Summit.c team, ladies and gentlemen.
Look, it's us.
Alex, can take it over with some information that are more particular about what to expect on the ship and things like that.
I appreciate it. All right, guys. So this is the nitty gritty on the ship, right? So I want to break it down and give you some helpful information, more on the entertainment aspect and the vacation aspect of this trip. So here's kind of what to expect on board. Number one, Mario, I want to talk about your home away from home for 8 days. I call it a week with the bonus day, right? We're going on 8 days. Your cabin is kind of like your room, your home away from home on board. 3 options. First option is going to be the interior cabin. These are great for sleeping. If you want to get a good night's sleep and you like it pitch black when you sleep, interior cabin is the way to go. They're a little bit smaller, not much. All cruise cabins are not the largest and roomiest, but interiors are known to be even a little smaller most of the time than an ocean view or a balcony, but not by much. Next step up, and that's going to be the silver. The gold is going to be the ocean view. Now, the ocean view is going to give you exactly that, a view of the ocean while you're sailing. It actually has a window to the outside world, so you can see those ports, see the weather outside, get some light in your cabin, typically a little bit spacier than an interior, and it's a great option kind of right in the middle ground. And then you have my personal favorite, which is the balcony cabin, right? The platinum package. I love having an espresso out on the balcony or a coffee on the balcony. Continental breakfast delivered by the cruise line on the balcony is amazing. It's just nice to be able to get that fresh air at your convenience. So that's the balcony, that's the platinum. Everything in the package is the same in reference to your event ticket. It's just the type of accommodation in the cabin. You get what you think is right for you, whether it's the budget or a feature that you like in a cabin. Choose what's best for you. Realistically, you sleep in your cabin, you get ready in your cabin. We're going to have a busy schedule, so we're going to be around the ship, which is really more than just your cabin space, right? Let's lead into that. Onboard activities. Carnival is known for their onboard activities. You can start at the Serenity deck, which is going to be at the top of the ship, where you can have it where it's 21 and over, no kids running around, not loud music. You can be in a shady spot. You can lay out in the sun, read a book, get in the hot tub. The salad bar is amazing at the Serenity deck, and it's more exclusive, relaxing experience. Or maybe you want to be where they're playing the games and cornhole competition and somebody on the microphone and doing other dancing competitions on the Lido deck over by the pool. To the amazing shows in the evening, the Broadway style shows on board. Carnival has stepped it up over the last year or two on their shows, and they have brought in technology like no other. The shows are out of this world. These are all things that are included in your package. All the entertainment on board and activities are included on top of the REI activities that we're going to do, which we this year are adding team building events. right? This ship is known for having amazing team building activities on board, whether it's putt-putt golf, there's the sky ride, which is a bike course suspended, there's a ropes course, there's water slides, so lots of activities on board, no matter what you're looking for. One question that we got a lot last year was kids. Can we bring our kids? Should we bring our kids? I wish I would have brought my kids. Yes, I have 2 kids. They come with me on about 75% of my cruises. And we've been utilizing the kids club on board from the age of 2 to 13, which is all the stages of the kids club. And they're amazing. These kids counselors on board, you can drop them off. They supervise the kids. They feed them. They get them lunch and dinner if you want. They're open for a variety of hours throughout the day. And they play games, do activities, give them stuff to take back home. My kids have never complained about kids club. They love it. And that's, once again, included. It's not an extra charge for the kids club. Food options on board. You go on a cruise, you're going to want to eat food. So there are so many food options, from the buffet to this year we're doing a group dining experience with all of our attendees. If you want to join us with all the attendees and speakers every night for dinner, we'll give you the time and location and we can meet and we'll have your table reserved at that location and time. If you opt to go somewhere else for dinner on your own, well, it's your vacation. You can do that too. You can take a small little group, go off, do your own thing, join with us, go to a specialty dining, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But long story short, endless food options on board. Eat as much as you can. Dietary needs can be satisfied. They're very accommodating. Additional cost. There are some things that have an additional cost. I'd like to go over those. I'll start with what I think are the most popular. There's really 2, internet and alcohol. So internet and drinks. We'll start with the internet because a lot of us have to have that. We all run businesses. We're working deals. The internet on board this ship is actually pretty good. It's not the best. It's not like internet you get on land, but it will get the job done. They have different package options. I'm going to go straight to the point. I recommend the top one. It's expensive, but it's the only one that can get you to do everything you're used to doing online, is their premium package. It goes down from there all the way to a social package where you can only go on maybe social media. So they have restrictions depending on the scale. You'll be able to see these on board. It's normally about $120 plus or minus US for the internet package. It's a per day option. The internet option, real quick. You can get it per device, meaning you can buy it for yourself and it's good on one device. Or they offer a family option or a multiple device option, which is 4 devices. The thing is, you have to utilize 4 devices. So I don't recommend doing the multiple device because you can actually share one internet package. You can get it for one and then switch off between devices. So you can share that throughout multiple people if you'd like. Alcohol, the beverage packages. Water, iced tea, lemonade, some juices are included in the cruise. There's a soda package, and then there's an alcohol package. Soda package is just that. It's about $11 US a day, and it includes just sodas. And then the alcohol package is more or less, and you'll see these all in the app, but just to give you guys ballpark figures, an idea is it is about $80 per person per day, but it's unlimited drinks, energy drinks, specialty coffees, alcoholic beverages, anywhere you want, all around the ship at all times. Those are the most popular extra costs. And then there's excursions and specialty dining. Specialty dining are elevated dining options. Mario and I did a ship inspection just to make sure this ship was going to be great for our event just a couple weeks ago. And we ate at a place called Gigi's Asian Bistro. And man, was it amazing. It was $25 per person, and the food and the portions were just out of this world. So specialty dining on board is really good. Can you bring your own sodas or alcohol on board is another question we get. You can bring sodas, 12 pack of sodas per person, so 24 per cabin, 12 ounces each. Alcohol, you can only bring wine, 2 bottles of wine per cabin, 1 per person. And then,
and that's on the embarkation day.
That's embarkation day, the day that you board the ship. When should you arrive in Miami is another question. At least the day before the cruise. I recommend 2 nights before, so you get 1 full day in Miami. Therefore, you could spend the day in Miami. You know you're getting there on time. You make it to the ship. If you can't do 2 nights before, 1 night is typically sufficient. Arrive the day before. I can't stress this enough, do not arrive the day of the cruise. Out of all our attendees last year, unfortunately, we only had 1 guest that the flight got delayed and wasn't able to make it due to arriving the day of the cruise. We were lucky they were able to catch up to us at a future next port, but don't risk flying in the day of the cruise. It's just not worth it. Let's see here. The clothing, theme nights. It's hot. It's warm. So bring warm clothes. It does get chilly, though, in the ship sometimes. So I would recommend bringing a light jacket and having that with you as well. Theme nights, there's realistically 2 theme nights that Carnival does really, really well and kind of goes the extra mile for. There are additional ones, but those 2 popular are going to be one of my favorites, and I'm hoping Mario queued up a photo here, is the 80s glow. There it is right there. Some people go all out for the 80s rock and glow. Look at Billy there. I mean, just, you got to have fun. Bring the outfits for the rock and 80s glow. There's the white hot party where everybody dresses in all white and we're singing to ABBA. It's just a great time. So white hot night party where we dress in all white and 80s theme are the most popular ones. The last thing is the money. How do you pay for things on board? Oh, and before I jump into that, additional cost came back up to me because there is one more that everybody is going to get, and that's gratuities. Gratuities are $16 per person per day, and this goes to all the staff members on board the ship, from the room steward that's going to make up your room every day, to your wait staff that's going to serve you dinner, to the rest of the staff on the ship. That's what those gratuities go towards. These are automatically added to your onboard expenses account, which I'm going to explain here when we go over the onboard, how to pay for things. But you have the options to either add, reduce, or even remove these gratuities at your leisure and at your discretion through guest services once on board. But you'll see that their staff goes the extra mile, remembers your name, that it's typically well-deserved. How to pay for things on board. When you book with us 2 weeks prior to the cruise, we are all going to complete an onboard check-in where we build our online profile, our onboard profile, where we'll put either a credit card on file or you can select to use a cash account where you use cash on board. Most guests do put a card on file. This makes it easy. You put it on file, they will pre-authorize an amount, just like in a hotel. For incidentals, as you utilize that on board, they'll continue to charge that card. Once you're on board, that card is on file. You'll actually use your sail and sign room key card. When you check in, you get your cabin, you'll get your room key. That room key is the method of payment for everything on the ship. It's also your ID on the ship to get on and off, as well as your government issued ID. So that's how you pay for things on board. You'll have an onboard account. It'll automatically get charged to there. You have a card on file and you use your key card. Now I think that's it for the things that I wanted to cover that Mario and I put together. Last thing I want to go over is how easy we've made the booking process.
Alex,
What was that?
it's
Yeah.
Raymond. I have 2 quick questions.
Yes.
You say it's $120 US per day for internet.
No, for the whole cruise for 8 days.
Okay. And what hotel do you recommend close to the port?
So I'm going to go over that in just a second, because as soon as I go over this booking process, we're going to open it up for Q&A, and then I'll answer that, and this will take me 10 more seconds. So if you don't mind, hang tight, and I'll answer that for you. I have a favorite, and I'll share that with you. We're going out of, I go on a lot of cruises. We're going out of Miami,
Yeah.
just because I'm on it. The Intercontinental is what I recommend, but we'll talk about that in a second. The booking process is super simple. REI@sea.com. We've made it one step. You book your event ticket with REI Summit at Sea. We take care of everything else. I work with the cruise line directly. I have for many, many years. I have family that work on the ship, from maintenance to captains. So I work directly with the cruise line and corporate to make sure we have the space we need on board. With that being said, you go online, reic.com, select your cabin option, fill out the registration form, hit submit. That sends it over to our team. Within 24 hours, you'll get an email to your online portal. In that online portal is where you complete the booking process, place your deposit or your one-time payment for your cabin, and fill out your passenger information form. Once you do that, the process is complete. Within your online account, it automatically updates, shows your cabin number. You can download the Carnival Hub app, put in that cabin and booking number. That will recall your booking and your personal information, and you can start planning your vacation as of today. Space is limited. We have 12 cabins left. As a matter of fact, I believe 4 of those are already gone. They're already pending deposits right now. So cabins are going quick. So if you haven't secured a cabin yet, $495 per person secures it, and make chisel away between now and September. Once those are gone, the limited space, that's our reserve cabins. We will have to request more. I can tell you right now, there's not availability on the entire ship, so I doubt we'll get more, but we will try our best. But as of right now, we only have 12 more secured, and 4 of those are pending. Besides that, that's everything from me. Mario, anything you wanted to add?
No, we're going to open it for questions. Let me stop
Thanks for
sharing.
joining, everybody. We appreciate you if you're here till the end. It was a lot of information in a short amount of time, but we're always here for you, and we're going to open it up for questions. So ask away.
If you can, maybe you can answer Raymond's question first, and while
Absolutely.
others have questions, raise your hand, and we will go in order after that. So go ahead.
All right, Raymond. So the hotel question is a great question. There's a lot of hotels in Miami, and you really have 2 options. You can stay closer to the airport, which is about maybe 15 minutes from the port. I don't recommend that. A little bit more cost efficient, okay? You'll find better rates in that area, and you can easily take a ride to the cruise in the morning. My favorite is the Intercontinental. Unfortunately, it's a little bit on the pricier side, but it's also on the very nicer side of the properties, and it's right by the ships, meaning Miami Cruise Port is my favorite cruise port to go in and out of, just scenic wise. The day that Mario and I were there were 10 cruise ships in port. To watch a cruise ship parade of these cruise ships dance around and leave from our room, it was really cool. And then there's nightlife. So we were able to, without transportation, no Uber, no Lyft, we walked right outside the hotel, and there's a boardwalk with bars and music and entertainment. It's all family friendly entertainment, and just, it was such a cool boardwalk experience.
Yeah.
So that's what I recommend.
It is more on the pricier side, but you know what? It's totally worth the experience.
To give you an idea, I think we paid, I want to say, well, I think I had a travel agent discount rate, and it was like $350 a night, but it ranges about $500 a night at that hotel, a US. So it is a pricier hotel, I'm not going to lie, but it is a very, very nice hotel.
Yeah.
And the internet is $120. Don't hold me to that. It's plus or minus a few dollars, right? I haven't checked it recently on an 8-day cruise, because I want to say it's $22 per day. And that's the premium internet that will give you streaming, everything you need, email, 100%. It's not as fast as on home, but it's good.
You can actually see the exact prices when you log into your Carnival account. And
You in it, Michelle? You have it?
you go to add an extra service or whatever extra that you want, the prices will be there.
Any other questions?
We got Ulia. Ulia, you can unmute yourself.
Hi guys, amazing, very excited. I can't wait till February. I only been to one cruise. I was at Disney actually. So I'm not sure if this is a similar experience. Yeah, but I was like what, probably
How long
8,
ago?
oh my God, 10 years ago. I don't know. My daughter was around 8. She's 18 now. Probably 10 years ago. Yeah. Anyways, it was amazing. So I'm not sure how to compare both, but my question are, I have 3 questions. So one question is, do we get those packages? Do we pay for those packages, either internet or let's say drink package or whatever, before we get on a ship, or can we do it once we're on a ship? Is there any price difference? You know how sometimes they get like pay it now, then you save, instead of once you get there, it's going to be more expensive. That's my first question. Do you want to answer that?
Go
or
ahead,
should
go
I
ahead,
just-
Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to answer that. But first thing, I have a question for you first. You have a beautiful accent. Where are you from?
Oh my God. Well, originally I'm from Russia. I've been here in Canada for
Russia.
30 years.
I'm Italian, and I thought maybe you're more neighbors, and that's why I thought maybe had some Italian in you too. I can answer all your questions, and those are great questions.
Okay.
So let's start with Disney cruise compared to Carnival. It's a different experience. I'm a cruise expert. I was just on a Disney cruise last month, and I'm going to be on another one at the end of the year, and I have 5 Carnival cruises this year. So completely different, but I promise you, you're going to love both, and they're both good in their own ways, right? So you're going to see, I'm glad that you're on this one, so you'll be able to see something, that's still cruise, but that all products are not the same, but they're both great in their own ways, and you're definitely going to like it. Now, in reference to booking the internet package, you did hit the nail right on the head, is what we say here in the US. It is cheaper if you purchase it in advance. A little bit. I think it's like a 10% price difference versus getting the stuff in the drink package, the internet, and sometimes, actually, a lot of times they give you packages package deals. Like if you purchase the internet and one spa package, they give you, 30% off something else. So they do have packages that when you have the app, you'll get incentives throughout the process as well. I do recommend booking it in advance. This way, when you go on vacation, it's done for and you don't pay a bill. It's just so much nicer to just go and you have what you need and you're set. But you can get it on board and it is a little bit more, but not much.
Okay, so thank you. My second question is when you disembark, what is the time we have to disembark from the ship? I'm asking because I want to book my ticket in advance. Like I try to plan everything
Absolutely.
as much as possible.
Great.
So like if like I'm trying to figure out because we want to leave the same day, like we have
Of course.
to, once on the 22nd, right? So can you tell me what time you feel will be all on land, like completely out of ship? Because I
I'm an
heard
expert at that,
that
so I can
last,
help you
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I got you covered. Don't worry.
Okay, do you know
Okay,
what time? Do you
I
know what
do.
time?
Yeah, I
Okay,
can help
tell
you
me.
out with all that. So, number one, debarkation is scheduled. You can make it home the same day, anytime, okay? The
Mhm.
earliest flight that I would recommend getting to be comfortable with, and when I say comfortable, meaning even if you're the last one off the ship, or if there's a little delay, is probably around 12:30 to 1 p.m. Anytime after that, if you're leaving from Miami Airport, comfortably for sure 1 p.m., right? I'm going
Fort
to be honest.
Lauderdale,
What's
not
that?
Miami. Fort
Fort
Lauderdale, whatever
Lauderdale.
the
If you're
other one.
going out
Yeah,
of Fort Lauderdale, that was going to be my next thing, but I want to answer both just in case anybody
right.
watches this
Yeah.
video later. Fort Lauderdale is double the drive. Instead of a 15-minute drive, it's closer to a 30 to 45-minute drive. So give yourself that extra time. So at Fort Lauderdale, I would say probably 1:30, okay, to give yourself comfortable amount of time. Now, with that being said, my last cruise that I went with Mario, I made a 9 a.m. flight out of Miami Airport, which means I could have made a 9:45 a.m. flight out of Fort Lauderdale if I wanted to. I was the first one off the ship at 7 a.m. Okay, that was my decision. They have an early departure if you have an early flight because you need
Oh,
to be off the ship early. You could tell them, they'll put you in a section and allow you with proof of your boarding pass to be one of the first ones off the ship. So
okay,
Carnival
so
is
you can choose. You can choose. You can say, "Hey, I want to be the first one to get out," and
That's the
that's
next
okay.
thing. So if you have a flight, you get automatically into this one, but you need a boarding pass to prove that. Otherwise, you get to choose. The way that it happens is they use a digital debarkation process now. So in the app, the day before we get off the ship, you will register what time you want to get off the ship. So you can say, I want to get off at 8 a.m. and you select 8 a.m. and it'll assign you your luggage tags based off of the time that you select. So with that being said, okay, you want to get off at 8 a.m. They'll give you a luggage tag delivered to your cabin. You put it on your luggage, it goes outside, and at 8 a.m. you'll get a notification and you get off the ship. If you want to get off at 10, you schedule it at 10. Now it's on a first come first serve basis. So if you forget to do it because you're at a show and you forget to register, you may be the last one and may get 11 a.m. And the only way that you're going to get that moved up is if you have a boarding pass that gets you to that early debarkation section. Or you've cruised Carnival a lot and you have priority debarkation for any other reasons.
Okay, no. Okay, perfect.
Alex,
Last
just
question is what?
also remember when you get off the ship, if the later you get off the ship, the more people are out there waiting for an Uber or something to get off. And we were stuck there for a couple hours.
Oh, that's another
So
thing.
just remember that if you take a later time and say, I'll just take later, you might just get a hard time getting off that
Way
particular
later,
part of
way
it.
Get the
later. And
Uber, yeah.
I want to stress on that actually a little bit more and take it a little further and elaborate on that because it's very important. Thanks, Billy. So by getting off the ship early, I'm gone quick. And keep in mind, 100 cruises, 100 days a year. So I do this a lot, right? So if you get off between 7:15 a.m. and I would say like 7:45, 8 a.m. at the latest, you're going to be out of there quick. I'm talking within minutes, you're off the ship. But if it's any time after 8:15, 8:30, realistically up till 8:30, you're safe. At 8:30 or later, 9:30, a lot for extra time. Because remember what I said, there's 10 cruise ships in port. And where they dock, there's only one bridge and one tunnel that goes in and out. So not only is there a long wait because of a lot of people, but there's also the traffic involved as well. So 1:30, 2 o'clock from Fort Lauderdale, you should be good. But if you get an afternoon flight, even better.
Okay, last question is about how we get on a ship. Do we gonna get like specific time to get there? Like we
Yes.
have this at Disney. That's why I'm
So
asking.
when
Like
you
or
yeah,
or
so
like
It's the same process, just a different time frame. So you're going to download the Carnival Hub app or go to carnival.com and create an account if you haven't done so already. If you already had one, make sure you log into your existing account, and then you'll input your booking number, which you can find in your REI account. You just go to reiatc.com, log into your account, your booking number is there. Once you add that one time, you're done. It's registered in your account, and that's where you can do everything, which is the online check-in. The online check-in, you will get emails, reminders once you're booked with us. That's 2 weeks before the cruise, 14 days prior. And in that online check-in process, it'll ask you what you want your boarding time or port arrival time.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank
And
you.
we're going to remind you, just so you know, of all this along the way. Our team and our systems are designed to do this for you. Building team event is what we do, so make it efficient.
Yeah, and we send emails once a month. So make sure it doesn't go to junk and you actually read those emails, because there's really good, important information in those emails.
All right, let's see.
We are going with Scott. Scott, you're muted. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think I just got answered there about getting the. I was reading some of the chat and missed it.
No, but I'm asking anyways because I'm curious now.
Yeah. So where do I get my Carnival account, which is on the site? And was that what I was asking you about in the email the other day, Mario? That the link didn't work for me after I did the first level and then it went to something else that I wasn't able to do.
I don't recall seeing that email.
Oh, you answered it. So
I did. Oh,
you answered and said, "I'll check into it. Stay tuned." So.
Okay. Well, let me. I'll let Alex.
I'll jump in.
I don't even remember if that's what it was, but there was something.
No, I'll take care of it. But what I would recommend you do, Scott, let me just jump in and give you some advice on that real quick. Sure. Is do you have an iPhone or Android? iPhone or Android? iPhone, even easier. Cool. Yeah. So just go ahead and go on there, go to the App Store and download the Carnival Hub app. It's called Carnival Hub. Yeah. And when you download that, you can actually do it through there. Have you gone through the process of creating an account with Carnival yet or not yet?
I don't know what I did. Whatever I was supposed to do.
Probably not. Yeah, don't worry about that.
Halfway through, whatever the first step was, I did. And then the second step,
you'll be okay. Yeah, just go ahead and start that process on the app, and it should be much easier. And then once you do it on the app once, it works on the website. It's the same username and password you create. It'll just be your email address and password. So once you do it on the app and create it, then you can either be on the app or any browser and go to carnival.com. And
okay, no, I get that. So does that make sense what I just said? That there was one step I did, and then it didn't work? Does that make sense?
It could be that it glitched or something along that process and it didn't complete. I'd have to redo the process and remember what the steps are. So I will look into that and then get back to you regardless. But I would try it one more time and see what it says. If you already have an account, I'm still going to look into it and I'll get back to you.
Okay, perfect.
Any last questions before we end the session?
Let's cruise.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody. It was
What's the name of the ship?
Carnival Horizon.
Okay, I'm just online putting it in. I remember it was Carnival Celebration last year.
Yeah. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Carnival Horizon. Okay.
Oh, Larissa, did you have a question?
Yes, I just unmuted myself
to
ask. Actually, I sent you a private message, but I will ask. We realized that we want better room. How we can update it, upgrade it?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. So I'll go ahead and reach out to you, and then we can look into the options, and you would just pay the difference in the price. It's not if it's available, we could do it. And right now, we still have all categories available, so we can look into that for you.
Yeah, because I'm on my account and I don't see option to go upgrade.
No, it's
probably there is
for you.
Through you. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you personally.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it'll be. Are you? I'll send you an email here shortly.
Okay. Merci.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for being here today, and we are really excited to see you on board shortly. You're going to be seeing this scenery very, very shortly behind me.
The palm trees and the sand and the water there. It looks good. All right, guys, thanks again on behalf of myself and REI and all of us. We have a team on board that will be with us too. Thanks. We look forward to seeing you. I think so far everybody here is attending. We have a big and fun group this year. We've grown tremendously. If you were on board last year, our numbers are doubled. So it's something that obviously people enjoyed and we enjoyed and had so much fun putting together. Because you made it to this, Mario and I met on a cruise ship. And this all started on a cruise ship, and this idea came to life, and here we are. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you guys all on board. I'm Italian, we say in Italian, ciao ciao. Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Ulya, really quick
Yeah,
last question.
go ahead. Yes, we're here.
You're muted.
Last question. Do we have agenda already or not?
No, you're gonna get it on board the ship. We're gonna
On
give you
board the ship.
programs.
Only when we are boarding. Oh
Yes.
my gosh, really?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
long to wait?
We
Well,
got a bit of anticipation, baby. Come on. I want that
I don't
excitement.
like that.
Those
You're-
emotions,
I need it
those
now.
emotions.
You're gonna get so we're gonna give you a program for REI at sea with our activities, and on your app on your phone, you're gonna log into Carnival, and you're gonna see all the shows at the times.
I'm one of giving answers though, so I'm going to give you the answer because there's a reason for everything. It's not like we just don't want to give them out before. Logistics on cruise ships when planning a conference is not like on land. Because there is 2,000 other guests on board in a small amount of space that they have to put multiple venues and entertainment space together, it changes and moves constantly. So there's no way they can give us the space in advance. We have space and we know where we are, but because of stuff that's still fluid, we don't finalize that until the final 6 weeks. So in that final 6 weeks, we work on the schedule and finalize it besides our reserved rooms. And then we release it to you guys on board in a beautiful pamphlet and program. And it'll have a daily program of every day what's happening.
Yeah.
And Julia, just practice going with the flow because it's going to be island time, baby. We're just going to have fun and relax and just have fun.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I just like,
No,
I
no,
like
no.
both. I
No,
can
we
do
have- we-
both,
I can tell you one thing, Ulya, to maybe satisfy you a little bit. The programs for REI at sea happens on sea days. That's where our activities are planned.
Okay.
On the island days that we go to the ports, you're pretty much free to do what you want. Like we said, usually there's small groups that forms, and some go to the beach, some go, visit. Some will go with Diana to visit some properties, and that's when it happens. So
I did a hypno/yoga thing on the beach one of the days. So there'll be lots of other activities planned. So it'll just go with the flow. Whatever speaks to your soul when you're there, just go with it.
Yeah, it
Okay,
works.
just interesting to see the whole thing. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you.
Ulya just joined this week in Ottawa, so I'm really
Yay.
excited.
And you guys,
Yeah.
I can speak from experience being there last year. Alex and Mario have it dialed in. Like considering it was the first time, I can only imagine how more dialed in. Like we felt so taken care of. The attention to detail that these two guys brought and the rest of the REI at Sea team was amazing. So they really made us feel special and taken care of. So just trust that you won't have any questions once we're there.
Really, that
And
means
just
a lot.
anybody bring teenager kids or like older kids? Like mine is gonna be 19, so I'm kind of thinking to bring her too.
They'll love it.
Anybody?
They
No.
will love
They'll
it.
love
I'm
it,
bringing
but
my kids this time too.
they'll love
These
it. But
islands are pretty active as well, but the water is everything. The water is incredible. So for those who are divers, snorkelers, things like that, but there are so many active activities too that teens just love. We were just there. We had 13 people, all ages, and it was fantastic. You can get out and you can climb a mountain if you would like, or do yoga on the beach. Of course, you can go taste the curacao liqueur, all of those things. But these islands are really known for their diving and snorkeling. So for beach babies, that's the best thing.
I think we're so lucky that we have our like a professional tour guide, Diana, here with us to tell us where to go and what to do. I mean,
Right?
Yeah.
The local
Yes.
expert.
Yeah, and do feel free to reach out. Of course, like Mario and Alex, I'll always sort of recommend that you go with the excursions that the ship does. But reach out if you want to find out a little bit. I mean, if you want to go to a beach on Curacao, there are 56 beaches, everything from an old-fashioned one with hand-painted signs, and a tugboat that you go snorkel around, to fancy beach clubs where you just scan the QR code on your table and the man brings you a beer.
It's like magic.
But
No,
go ahead,
that, no, real
Alex.
quick, I want to add real quick because it's a good point. You know, the excursions through the cruise lines, I only recommend those for things that are like more farther, or, a little further away or more in depth. But like going to a beach or a nice resort that's closer, you could do that on your own. There's enough time.
Yeah.
The thing is to give yourself a safety net to just make sure you have enough time to get back to the ship.
Yeah.
That's really what matters. So if you're going on an excursion that's like cutting it close on timing, those are the ones that we recommend going with the cruise line. But otherwise, a day at the beach, like you said, the waters there are amazing. So that's really what
And I'd like to add that let's not forget why we are there in the first place is to build those relationships. So really, yeah, the excursions are great. And if you want to do one, no problem. But take advantage of the time you have with the different groups and different people and build those relationships. Last cruise, 3 people became partners on a deal. They already knew each other, but very surface level. Their relationship deepened and they became partners after. So things happen on this cruise, but you have to participate. All right, guys,
we'll call it a wrap. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you very shortly.
Thanks,
Ciao, ciao.
guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Guys.